Hey everyone, this is Abhinav, co-founder of GraphLooker. Today I will give you a demo of GraphLooker, which is the only real-time Web3 data explorer and visualizer tool. So today I'm going to showcase how effectively you can use GraphLooker to visualize and analyze Web3 data in real time. So when you land on GraphLooker, you have to input Subgraph endpoint, and if you're not aware of Subgraph endpoint, so Subgraph provides you an API endpoint by which you can access any dApp data or Web3 data in real time, and almost every dApp has a Subgraph endpoint. So as Graph protocol is moving from hosted service to Studio Subgraph, we have a support for Studio Subgraph also. So now let me show how you can create a Studio Subgraph endpoint. So you just have to go to the graph.com, and there you in the drop down you can see multiple options like Graph Explorer, Subgraph Studio, hosted service. As like to access any Subgraph Studio, you need to have an API key. So if you don't have any API key, you can click on Subgraph Studio, and it will ask you to connect your wallet. Wallet is already connected, so it's not asking me to connect, and you just have to go to API keys, and you can create your API key here. For the first 1000 queries, you will get a free credit from Graph. So once you're done with the creating your API key, you just have to move to Graph Explorer, where you will see all the Subgraph, Studio Subgraph which are hosted. So here, like for example, we want to see Uniswap v3 Ethereum data. Okay, so we click on this, and here you have to copy the query URL. Okay, this one. So I will copy this, and I will create a Studio Subgraph endpoint. So if you can see the URL I've copied here, like it's asking me to replace the API key. So I have my API key here. I will just replace my API key. Yep. Now we are ready to analyze our data. Okay. So you just have to copy this URL and paste it in here and click on explore. Once you do that, you are good to start. So on the left side, you will see all the entities, and on the top, you see the mainnet on which the network is deployed, and on the header, you can see all the attributes which are there. So for example, I want to see all the deposits of Uniswap v3 Ethereum. Okay, so you just click on deposit, and all the data will populate here, right? So here, in GraphLooker, the first important feature, the major feature we have is filter. So basically we have filter based on different data types. When I say different data types, what it means is for example, hash is an ID type. So here you will see all the options, all the filter options is based on type ID or string. Okay, is not in, does not contain, is empty, not empty, like this. And for example, log index is in a number. It's in type number. So you will see all the filter option as which are applicable to number, which is equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, between. And similarly for timestamp, we have different filter options. You can see. Yep. So if you see here, it will all the filters available are applicable to timestamp. And you can also see the data is real time, because it's very recent. Last transaction has been done on 11:50 p.m. on January 30, which is very it's right now it's 11:50 only. So you can see the transaction in the real time. Okay, so for example, let's take a scenario where you have to see the last 5-minute transactions. Okay, so what you have to do, you just have to click on timestamp. You do previous 5 minutes. Okay, so instead of days, we will select 5 minutes and click on update, and boom, you can see the data in the you can see all the transactions which are happening in last 5 minutes. And for example, you want to do sorting on this data, you can also do that. By default it's descending, so you can make it ascending also. So this is you have done. And now I want to add more filter into the existing data to make it more narrow. Okay, so I want to see the data specific to this block number. Okay, what I will do, I will just add this and put it here, update filter. Now you can see only one transaction is matching this custom filter. Okay, and the best part about this, the complete URL you can share with anyone on LinkedIn, Discord, or in Telegram, anywhere you want to share, and the complete same data will be populated there also. That's the best part about GraphLooker. The next feature which is very useful for the community users is like we have integration with block explorer. For example, like this is a deployment mainnet, so we have integration with Ethereum. When you click on this address, it will redirect to Ethereum Etherscan, which will show you complete details about that address. And similarly, like we have support for multiple block explorer like Polyscan, then Celloscan, Moonscan, which is for Moonbeam and Moonriver. So we have around 8 to 10 network integrations. So we have also connected their block explorer in the GraphLooker. So you just have to click on the address and it will redirect you to the block explorer page. Now there are lots of users who like to do analysis on their local. Okay, they want to download the complete data and do their kind of analysis on their local. So they can easily do that part also. They just have to click on any entity which they want to download, and they just have to click on download, and it will download the data into CSV format. And once the data is downloaded, you can like start doing your analysis. And here you will see the number of transactions has been downloaded till now. So I think this has lots of data, so it will take some time. So let's see like how much time it will take. Meanwhile, we will check other things. So after this, we have a collaboration with Graph Network and the community. So there are some of the important metrics we have listed down which are useful for the Graph Network users. So if you are someone who would like to analyze on the Graph Network, you just have to click on this part on the network, and it will redirect you to Notion page where we have listed all the important metrics. And meanwhile, you can see like the tokens has been downloaded here in CSV format. You can do analysis in your local then. Okay, so so this is the metrics like listed for Graph Network in real time. For example, I want to see the latest network subgraphs. You just have to click on this and the data will get populated. So you will see like the subgraph which is active, which has signal greater than 0, and in descending order you can like say this subgraph, the latest subgraph here, and all the signals details like that subgraph you can see here in real time. After this, we have a support for multiple theme. So we support for dark and light theme. So if you're someone who like to work in dark mode, you can work in dark, and if you're someone who like to work in light mode, you can do that part. You're just a click away from switching theme. So now in the last, let's see the testimonials given by the users or the community users who uses GraphLooker on a daily basis. So the Graph team and their users uses a lot to visualize subgraph data in real time, to do any kind of analysis on the data. Then some of the users we have like Oliver, Chris, Suhail. These are the premium users who uses our platform on a regular basis to do analysis on the web3 data. So this is about demo. Thank you.